So, welcome back to our wealth creation course. And in this section, I'm going to lay the groundwork for talking about the law of attraction. And of course, the law of attraction is probably in about the last, I think it was about 5 or 6 years, has come to kind of the consciousness of the planet as a result of the movie The Secret, which first started talking about the law of attraction and visualizing the things that you want and manifesting your desires. And so let's get off of the mistakes or the reasons that you're not succeeding, and let's bring this into a more positive aspect of how we can actually create and actually manifest our desires, actually manifest the things that we want to have in our lives. And in order to do this, I'm going to talk about the law of attraction and just lay some of the groundwork of how the law of attraction really works, and kind of give you some basics, and then we'll go into some advanced stuff as it relates to the law of attraction. The law of attraction basically says that which is like unto itself is drawn. So what this is really saying is that things that are of similar nature, of a similar vibration, tend to be attracted to each other, and well, we'll just stick with the law of attraction. That which is like unto itself is drawn. Give you some ideas. You've heard the phrase, birds of a feather flock together. Many of you are aware of the idea of getting up in the morning, starting off your day wrong. The alarm clock goes off an hour early. Somebody wakes you up. The garbage truck wakes you up. You wake up early. You're in a bad mood. Now you're stubbing your toe. Now you're spilling the coffee on your hand. Now you're getting a ticket on the way to work. It seems that if things go poorly, they continue to go poorly. Murphy's Law, if something's going to go wrong, it certainly will, and it's going to keep attracting, more things to it that are wrong. Of course, the law of attraction works the other way as well. When things are going right, when you're in the flow, you're attracting more good things. I know, for those of you who have studied sales or sales training, we were always taught that the best time to go a call on a prospect was after you had had a successful sales call or after you had just made a sale. I remember my father, who was a great salesperson and a great trainer, would say to me whenever I'd call him up and say, "Hey, I made a sale and I'm really excited about it," he'd say, "Go get another one. Now's the great time to go and call on another prospect." And it was because they understood, the trainers and the sales managers understood that when the salesperson was in a good state of mind, when they were feeling good, that it was a great time for them to attract another good prospect and to make another sale. So you want to understand that the law of attraction is an equal opportunity employer or destroyer. It doesn't care what signal is being emitted from you. I'm going to talk about signals in a minute. That like attracts like. And things that are similar are drawn to things that are similar. You'll notice this in peer groups at school. You'll notice the different. If you remember being in school, you'll notice that there were different tiers. Or kind of subcultures within the school, and you had everyone, the honor schools, students, the honor roll students, stuck together, the jocks, were together, the burnouts were together. That which is like unto itself is drawn. It is a law that really cannot be subverted. Democrats, join the Democratic Party, because things that are like unto itself are drawn. Republicans, people that are Republicans or have a conservative philosophy, they tend to join the Republican Party. Birds of a feather flock together. And so once you understand that the law of attraction is simply drawing things to it that are similar in nature, you want to be very careful and understand that that at all times you are you're emitting either a negative signal or a positive signal based on what you're feeling. So again, in many cases, and look, it's not that this doesn't come into play in success literature. It's very, very important to think about what you want, to picture what you want, but you want to understand that the quote unquote signal that you're emitting, the vibration that you have, is either a negative vibration or it is a positive vibration. We all know people that just seem to have a dark cloud around them. They speak negatively, and this is a perfect example. You all know people that speak negatively. They talk, oh, the weather is bad. Oh, this horrible thing is happening. Oh, I'm noticing this terrible thing in the news. Oh, isn't it horrible about that horrible weather thing, that tsunami or that tornado or that shooting. And you'll notice that people that are like that will tend to draw one negative thing to themselves after another. Negative attracts negative and positive attracts positive. And you want to understand that almost like a radio, a tower, almost like some type of a transmitting antenna, that you are actually emitting a signal, a vibration. By the same token, you know that person that's always positive. You know that person that always sees the bright side of things. You know that person that always talks about the next great thing that's coming, that is up. They're singing. They're telling you about positive things. And those people tend to attract more positive things. They are the people that you say, boy, everything he or she touches turns to gold. Everything works out for him. He wins the $100 lottery. She meets the greatest guys when she's out dating. We see the person that gives that positive signal. They are attracting the positive things, and it's actually almost more graphic for us. We notice it even more with the person that is negative, that will continue to draw more negative things to them. I want you to understand that, especially if you've been having any trouble with success, you want to understand that you have been emitting a signal to the universe, and that the universe is actually responding to that signal. And this is going to be something that's going to be a little unsettling for some of you, but you are actually a direct match. The signal that you're emitting is a direct match to the money, to the relationships, to the health. The life that you have, that you're currently manifesting, has been created by the signal, by your feelings. You have actually created, with your thoughts and your feelings, the life that you are living now. Now, for some of you, that'll be really great. But for the majority of you, you'll say, oh my gosh, that is terrible. I don't want to hear that. You mean I've created this mess? You mean I've created this lack? You mean I've created these crazy relationships, or these? You mean I'm lonely because I want to be lonely? I guarantee you, MJ, I don't want to be lonely. I want a great relationship in my life. You mean I'm heavy or out of shape because I want to be? No, you don't understand. I just can't stay away from certain foods, and I just don't have the time to exercise. It has nothing to do with the signal I'm emitting, MJ. It's simply bad luck. It's my fate. No one in my family has ever succeeded. I was a victim when I was a child. I had a bad childhood. Someone abused me. I've never been able to shake this. I was always picked on, and I carry it with me. Well, and that's why this horrible life, or this semi not so good life, is around me. No, I'm going to shake you. I'm going to wake you up right now and let you know that you have created all of it. My friend Brian Clemmer would say that the results that you have are sometimes harsh, but they are always fair. The results that you've created are sometimes harsh, but they're always fair, because the law of attraction is an equal opportunity employer or destroyer, equal opportunity, or an equal creator or a destroyer. It'll go either way depending on the signal you're emitting, the feelings that you're having, the way that you are approaching life. So if you're not too happy with the amount of money that you have, if you've constantly been struggling with abundance or lack or relationships or health or weight, or things of that nature, I can guarantee you that it is a direct result of the signal that you are emitting, because that which is like unto itself is drawn. And so, and all of you know that idea of, thinking poorly or feeling poorly and attracting more and more bad stuff, or thinking great thoughts, feeling great thoughts, and attracting more and more good things. You are always the creator of your life with your words, your thoughts, and your feelings. This is such an incredible concept for you to grab. It's so important for you to understand when you're creating wealth, when you're attracting abundance, when you're effortlessly creating the life that you want to live. It is difficult sometimes to think of this. It's difficult to think that as hard as you've worked and as much as you've thought about success and you've visualized your goals and you've written them 100 times, and how many courses have you gone to, like the one that MJ is doing right now, to understand that you are the creator of your life with your words, your thoughts, and your feelings. Nothing happens to you by accident. Nothing happens to you because of your genealogy or because of your family history or because of your past. Everything that you have in your life, you actually have attracted, you have created with your words, your thoughts, and your feelings. Again, I want you to see this as a very positive thing. If you don't have a life that you really enjoy, or that you're not enjoying to the fullest, that don't be upset. This is great news, because it means really that you are the master of your fate. You are the master or the mistress of your own destiny. This is how material things are created. They are created with thoughts. The success gurus of old were not incorrect when they said that you get what you think about. They just forgot to put in the part there about that you also get what you feel about. And that's something that we really need to work on, and we will work on in this wealth creation course, is the idea of correcting your feelings. But once you understand that your thoughts, your words, and your feelings, and I would say most importantly, it's the way you feel. Again, you can't get rich if you feel poor. You cannot become wealthy if you feel that you don't deserve it. You cannot become wealthy if you don't think positively and you don't feel good about things. And I'm going to show you how to actually fix that. But I want you to really understand this law of attraction, that this idea of attracting good things to you, that by thinking about and feeling things that feel good, will actually attract more opportunities. It will actually attract more good things to you. They will literally, as birds of a feather would flock together, one success after another opportunity, after more money, after another cooperative relationship will come in once you get your feelings straight and understand that what you focus on expands, that what you focus on and what you feel, the way that you feel, is an incredibly powerful signal that you are emitting all the time. And ask yourself right now, so what kind of signal do I emit when I get up in the morning? Do I emit a signal of, oh God, I can't believe it's another day and I've got to go to that job, work, or career or business, and I've got to do this, or, I've got to do this stuff with my kids, or I have so much to do and I'm so hopeless and I'm so overwhelmed, and how am I going to get it all done? And I can't believe I don't have all the things that I want. You can see the signal that you're emitting there is going to continually bring you more of that stuff. Now, do you want that? You don't. So think about that signal. Let's think about starting to change the signal, that when you get up in the morning, you're going to start emitting a different signal. You're going to start emitting a signal of everything works out for me. You're going to emit a signal that great things are going to happen today, that you're going to expect great things. I remember my friend Kevin Mullins going up to give a talk at a worship service and saying, "How many of you are expecting great things today?" I thought that was such a great way to start a sermon, to start preaching. How many of you are expecting great things? You should be expecting great things. And so if you start your day emitting the signal of expecting great things and looking for the things that are good, even if they're just tiny little things, even if they're just small things that are good, the good things will expand and they will attract more good things to them. Let's talk about feelings. Let's discuss your feelings and understand that bad feelings won't produce good income. This is an MJism that has come from some of my writings and some of my teachings, that bad feelings will not produce good income, that bad feelings will produce all kinds of bad stuff for you, guaranteed stuff that you don't want. If you feel bad, I guarantee you, if you feel bad about things like this, if you feel bad that you haven't accomplished as much as others have, if you're comparing yourself to other people, then you're going to attract you will not attract good income. You won't attract abundance. If you feel bad that you haven't succeeded the way you thought you would, so you failed and failed and failed again, feeling bad won't produce good income. I guarantee you that focusing on what you don't have and that quote unquote you failed. Remember, we're going to change our definition of failure. Failure doesn't exist. You couldn't have failed because failure doesn't exist. If you're having bad feelings that you're always pushing, that you've always got to strive, you've got to work hard, you've got to chase money, it's a battle, and you're always working to get ahead and you can never get ahead. If you have bad feelings, I guarantee you they will not produce good income. If you have feelings, if you feel badly that you don't have enough money, that you're depressed that you don't have money to pay all your bills, or you never seem to have enough money to obtain the things you want, and you feel bad about that, I guarantee you that feeling bad will not produce good income. It is very, very important for you to look for ways to feel good, to look for ways to feel better. That when you think about things that make you feel good, that you activate that signal, that you activate that radio tower, that you emit a signal that the universe can respond to in a very, very positive way. Again, remember over and over again, you cannot get rich if you feel poor. We've got to get our feelings feeling worthy, feeling good, thinking about things that make us feel good. Your feelings are really your true vibration. It's the constant signal that you are emitting. Again, all of the success gurus told you to think about success, to picture your success, to view your success. But in fact, a lot of you will tell me that has not caused you to manifest what you've wanted. And I would dare say that it is because you have not looked at your feelings, you have not cultivated feelings that are a constant signal that you're emitting, that are positive, that are good, that feel good to you. Very, very important to understand that the law of attraction is going to respond to how you feel, not so much the pictures or the things that you think about or the goals that you think about. It's how do you feel about those. Understand that feeling good equals success. And if there's one thing that I can teach you in this wealth creation course is to understand how important feeling good at all costs. I want you to think of things, to say things, to experience things, to look at things, to listen to things that make you feel good, because feeling good is equal to and equals success. It equals abundance. It equals cooperative relationships. It equals opportunities. It equals right place, right time kind of stuff. Do you know that person who always seems to step in the good stuff? They always seem to be there at the right time. They win the raffle. They make the money. Somebody comes along and plows their driveway for free. All good things seem to happen to that person. I guarantee you it's because they're emitting a signal of feeling good. I have a friend of mine named Carl, and Carl is just such a perfect example of the law of attraction. And I've watched Carl. I've known Carl now for about 12 years. Very successful man, multi-millionaire. And I watched Carl as he was kind of winding down his business, as he was coming into, I guess, probably about his mid 60s. He started talking about selling his business, and I knew that the economy was shifting. I didn't know it was going to shift as much as it did in 2008. But I was worried about Carl. I thought to myself, Carl's got this big business, and I wonder if he's going to be able to actually sell it. And there weren't a lot of buyers at the time. And boy, do you know that my friend Carl, he felt so good about his opportunities. He attracts so many good things that he actually sold the company probably about a year before the bottom fell out in 2008, and he cashed out. Just like Carl always does, he cashed out at the height of the market. He got top dollar for his company. The guys who purchased his company actually leveraged themselves like crazy. And, 4 or 5 years later, the company's actually gone now. But my friend Carl, was able to cash out because you know what? Everything always works out for Carl. He's got the Midas touch. And I guarantee if you met Carl, you'd see how he just attracts the greatest things in his life. And it just even thinking about him and his attitude, if you've ever heard me say the words, live it up, that's Carl's motto. He even had bumper stickers made up that said, live it up. And he had buttons made up that said, live it up. And every time you talk to Carl, you say, how's it going, Carl? He says, I'm living it up, man. I'm living the dream. I'm living it up. Are you living it up, Durkin? Just one of those people that feels good and the feeling good all the time, always expecting the best. He's always making the right decision. He's always, attracting really great things. Feeling good equals success, abundance, all the things that you want. Now, if you feel bad, I can guarantee you that feeling bad, feeling frustrated, feeling depressed, focusing on things that aren't working, focusing on the fact that you're not there yet will equal poverty, no opportunities, bad deals that lose money, negative people. You'll attract negative people into your life and you'll always be struggling. Again, right here, I'm giving you a huge, huge nugget here. And I want you, if you're taking notes, write this down and get this through your head. It is so, so critical what I'm telling you. Feeling good equals success. Feeling bad equals poverty. It's just, it couldn't be any other way. It's the way the law of attraction works. It doesn't care. It's going to respond to your bad feelings or your good feelings. Which one do you want? So you have to understand that you're going to be in control of the things that you think and that you picture and that you listen to and that you allow into your experience to then give you the feeling that will actually create more good feelings, which will attract more good things. When you feel bad, when you feel poor, when you feel unworthy, when you feel lonely, if you feel fat, if you feel unsuccessful, you'll get more of that. I guarantee you that the way that you feel will be the thing that you will attract. I'm going to beg you to be incredibly cognizant of your feelings. And at any given point in the day, at any given point in your day, to understand that what you're thinking about is so, so critical. And it needs to be, whatever you're thinking about, whether it's a subject that you're focused on at the moment, or if you need to shift off of that subject, you always want to be in a constant state of thinking of things that make you feel good. You want to constantly, at any given point in the day, you want to figure out how to pivot, how to put an image through your mind, how to think about something that makes you feel good. For example, it may not even be the subject of money. The subject of money may be making you feel bad. But if you can think of something that feels good and shift off of that, I guarantee you'll start attracting one success over another. Your feelings will always trump what you say you want and what you picture that you want. Your feelings will, so you can say, I want success. I've set the goals. I've dreamed of my dream car. I've dreamed of my dream house. I've dreamed of my dream life. But I'm going to guarantee you that if you don't feel you deserve it, if you don't feel good about things, you'll consistently attract more and more lack, more and more things that you don't want. Your feelings will always trump. It's always the vibration that you're emitting. It's not what you're thinking about. What you're thinking about can control your feelings, but you've got to get your feelings to where you're feeling good about stuff. Get that radio tower, get it emitting a great signal, and boy, you are going to see a huge, huge difference in the way that the law of attraction starts to respond to you. We're going to take a break here, and then we'll come back for some more on wealth creation and how your feelings can help you create the life you were meant to live.